This is Abad from Gmsibad, GMS for I. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, call Allah Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Double honor to my elder apostle, Great Millstone. Second salutation to all you sincere brothers out there constantly push his word in truth and sincerity. And I want to say peace and blessings to all you sincere Wathium, you sisters out there that's constantly learning in meekness, sincerity, quietness, and also in truth. Shalaki. I'm going to get straight to the point. This is Romans chapter 7, verse 13. Was that then which is good made death unto me? The Most High forbid, but sin, that it might appear sin, working death in me by that which is good, that sin by the commandment might become exceeding sinful. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. So regardless of how you look at it, no matter how righteous you try and be and keep the law, statutes, and commandment, you're still going to go off because in the flesh dwelleth sin, all right? Verse 15, for that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not. But what I hate, that do I. And then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law that it is good. Here you go. Now then it is no more I that doeth it, but sin that dwelleth in me. In other words, you have a conscience. So your conscience will always tell you what's right and what's wrong. But being in the flesh, your flesh and your conscience, which is your spirit, is going to always be battling against each other. All right, it's going to always be constant friction between them. That's why they always say you are your own worst enemy, because every day is a battle, and that war is salvation. Okay, because you have battles within a war, but at the end of the battles, all the battles, you're seeking salvation. That's the victory of the war. That's the victory of conquering your flesh by following with your spirit and your conscience. Okay, because it's so easy to be carnal-minded. It's so easy to fulfill the lust of your flesh. So what you want to do, you want to starve the flesh, but you want to feed the spirit. All right. Now you can't be over righteous, but nonetheless, though, you can't be over wicked as well. And it tells you that in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 7. All right. Be not over righteous, but be not over wicked. Now, why would the scripture say be not over wicked? Because you're gonna eventually go off. All right. That's why we need Yahweh to be the redeemer for us. I mean, for the elect of the nation of Israel. All right. That's why I'm making this video for the brothers out there who thinking it's hard, or you're going through those woe periods, because remember, you're in the flesh, so you're gonna go off. I mean, you're bound to not always meet the expectations, but you're expecting. Like the brother said, hope is basically expecting. So you're expecting salvation. So the Most High expects you to continue to endure unto the end. All right. Going on, this is still Romans chapter 7. I'm going to verse 20. Now if I do that I would not, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me, because we are in the flesh. I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me. So even when you strive to do good, there's still going to be evil around you. Living in a carnal society, living in the carnal plane, all right? I find then a law that when I can go to verse 22. For I delight in the law of the Most High after the inward man. Now this is going to basically sum it down what Paul is saying, this next verse, if you think about it. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind. That's talking about your body. And bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members. That's talking about the flesh. All right. So you're always going to be fighting in your mind against your body, against your flesh, Like you may see some brothers out there, you may not have had some box in a minute, man. You see some fly-ish, you be like, she got demons on her, she wicked. But you see she got that curvy body, man. She got that nice talk, she smell good. You might want to go ahead and, have you some fun with that. But nonetheless though, she may have a dude. You don't know. Nonetheless though, she may bring evil spirits on you, man. So certain things, the Most High, He'll give it to you, but you still have to fulfill the lust of the flesh, but you don't want to live by the flesh. You get what I'm saying? Of course, you're going to get some box. Once in a while, you're going to have a drink. You know what I mean? Or you might want to go and hit the gym, you know. But nonetheless, though, you have to always be constantly feeding your spirit, man. You have to, sometimes you got to just tell that flesh, yo, shut up. Get out my face, you know. All right. Verse 24. Oh, wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? Going to verse 25. Even Paul said he was a wretched man. So there's no one today who got doing this work, man, that should even be trying to exceed or think there's something. Even Paul said he was a wretched man. Yahweh Shai dealt with him. Yahweh Shai was dealing with Paul, man. All right. Verse 25. I thank the Most High through Yahweh Shai Mashiach our Lord. So then, with the mind, I myself serve the law of the Most High, but with the flesh, the law of sin. That's why the scripture said to be carnally minded is death. That's why when you look at Nathaniel and his men, they're very carnal minded, especially with their get up gear, saying you got to keep the law, keep the law, keep the law. But the scripture says faith without works is dead. So if you're just keeping the law without faith, you're really not doing the work of Yahweh by Shem Shai, because you didn't mix it with faith. All right, and it was the law that had that we had that fallen away first anyway that Paul was talking about. So we needed a redeemer, and we needed faith as well. Okay, hoping to be saved. So it's not just about keeping the law as well. That's carnal minded. Galatians chapter 5 verse 17. I'm gonna start at verse 16. For this I say then, walk in the spirit. Okay, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. And it said the Most High is a spirit. All right. And we are supposed to worship him in spirit and truth. So Yahweh Shai is the word. He's that bread of life. He's the living water. The word, when you read, people say the word, they're talking about the Bible. So you're supposed to be led by the scriptures, man, okay? But don't be over righteous, though. You know, all things are lawful, but not expedient, okay? Meaning that you ain't finna go out there and put no homosexual to death, though according to the law it's supposed to be. You know, you're not gonna go out there and actually kill you a goat or lamb for the Passover. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. You can't go and put your wife to death if she commit adultery. Nah, you can't do that. You know what I mean? Verse 17. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. But if ye be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law. Now that does not mean that the law is done away with. It means that if you live by the spirit, you understand that Yahweh shall die for your sins, the elect. Like he said, I pray for them, I pray not for the world, talking about the world, the nation of Israel, all right? So you feel led by the spirit, you're going to naturally do the things of the spirit. You're going to naturally know, nah, man, I don't rock with pork, I don't eat pork. You're going to naturally be like, yo, man, I ain't smoking a cigarette, that's wicked, that's nasty. Hey, a brother go even as far as to not even drink faucet water, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, brothers go as far as to, you know, to try and balance out the pH in their body, man. You know, brothers go as far, man, brothers just do things that's not even really written in the scripture, but at the same time, it goes back to a precept. You can always find it, man, you know. So when you being led in the spirit, man, you're not living in that flesh no more. You know, you basically got rid of that old man. And I got one more precept, and I'm going to shut it down through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Shai. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 29. Lo, this only have I found, that the Most High hath made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions. And what they mean by making man upright is that every man have a conscience. Even the wicked Edomites, you so-called white people, you saw Edom, you have a conscience too. You know, because in your mind, you know damn well fire burns. But what you do, you want to burn, you went and burn the nation of Israel as well, you had some hardcore burning. So your conscience know, your conscience bear witness, so there's no excuse in that day for you. But this video is for the elect, you know. So nonetheless, when you feel like you're going off, you feel like you might be, you know, fighting against your flesh, your spirit. Man, Paul went through the same thing, yo. So don't beat yourself up about it. Just keep going. Did not Paul say, I do all things for the elect's sake? Why not you do the same thing? Because other brothers out here putting up videos are doing for your sake as well. I pray that this video is edifying to some of you Akim out there, even you sisters as well, all right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Shai. Shalom.